What's up, guys? Your boys, 22K13. Gonna talk about wrestling news wrap up for July 6, 2015. WWE Hall of Famer officially confirmed as this year's WWE 2K15 cover star. WWE and 2K Sports have officially announced that Stone Cold Steve Austin will be the cover star of the upcoming WWE 2K15 video game, set for release on current and last generation Xbox and PlayStation video game console, October 27th. It was reported several months ago that the developer was working on a campaign mode built around Austin's career, with both Jim Ross and Jerry the King Lawler being brought in to do voice-over work for the game. The actual cover reveal was being teased for tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw, but it looked like an interview with MTV was released ahead of schedule, forcing WWE to make the announcement early. WWE 2K15 will boast the largest roster ever assembled in a WWE video game, with over 120 unique characters promised to ship with the game on day one. WWE Raw pre-show host wrestled first WWE live event match since January. David Otunga, who has now wrestled a WWE live event match since January of this year, worked tonight's WWE live event in Rockford, Illinois against R-Truth. Otunga lives in the Chicago area, and you can check out a photo of his ring return on WWE's Instagram account. Randy Orton and Ric Flair returning on tonight's WWE Raw. WWE Raw will see the return of Randy Orton and Ric Flair tonight. Report Dave Meltzer at L4W Online. Fans should also expect other major things happening on the show, as WWE looks to bounce back from last week's astonishingly bad Raw ratings. Interest in the show is the lowest it has been in 17 years. Not since WCW was competing with WWE has there been an episode performing so badly. With a 2.51 rating and 3.46 million viewers last week, what makes the rating so bad is that there was no competition of note elsewhere on television. It was literally down to wrestling fans just turning off. It was indeed a horrendous episode, including a travesty of a first hour. Orton returns to create some degree of buzz, as he is still perceived as one of the very top stars. As for Flair, he'll also probably be used somewhere on the show, although it is possible that he only being flown in for the post-Raw Dusty Rhodes special on WWE Network. Cody Rhodes is also coming back on tonight's episode, and will presumably make a speech on the live Dusty special immediately afterward. Ahead of coming in, Flair has revealed that he is in fantastic physical condition. He told the Woo Nation podcast that WWE doctor described him as a medical miracle. Even if that is the case, there's thought to be no way that Vince McMahon will allow the Nature Boy to wrestle again. Brock Lesnar WWE Raw angle for tonight. Brock Lesnar is booked for tonight's WWE Raw, and it is believed his angle will involve destroying J&J Security's new Cadillac car. It is an angle that WWE has used repeatedly in the past, with the babyface vandalizing the heel Flash vehicle. Seth Rollins made a very big deal out of giving Jamie Noble and Jody Mercury the car on last week's episode. In fact, the entire 20-minute opening segment of last week's Raw was dedicated to Rollins' gift giving. The segment was critically slaughtered, and Raw went on to do one of the worst ratings in the last 17 years. Brock Lesnar is booked to appear this week, and it was clear last week's long car segment was booked to set up something on this week's show. Lesnar smashing the Cadillac to bits wouldn't be surprising, which is actually the much bigger problem with all of this. It is predictable and weak, in addition to being very phony. Brock Lesnar is a star because he's something different and has an air of legitimacy. By giving him target concept which you expect to see a John Cena doing, it could end up diluting Brock's persona. WWE could of course decide to scrap the car angle and go with something else, particularly after the Raw rating bombed so bad this past week. Vince McMahon is expected to book a full-on show this week in response to the bad ratings, so maybe he'll opt to have Brock doing something far bigger. If they do stick with the Lesnar car angle, then they really don't get why fans are tuning out right now. Creative is in the gutter and need to be producing far better concepts. The Rock is dead controversial magazine cover will anger WWE. Dwayne Johnson has gave an interview to Esquire magazine, with the cover story being Rock is dead. The August 2015 issue has a striking front cover, with Johnson ripping his shirt off. The stub heading reads, "Long live Dwayne Johnson, American treasure." Is this a hint that the Hollywood star is turning his back on pro wrestling, or is it just an editor using an hyperbolic headline to push Esquire big interview? It certainly seems like the latter, as the online version of the interview doesn't seem to mention anything about The Rock being retired. Far from Rock being dead, the character is expected to return for a headline match at WrestleMania 32 next year. The Wrestling Observer newsletter reports that WWE are still thinking toward The Rock closing the show against Triple H. It would be the biggest draw wrestling match of all time, with a crowd of 100,000 expected at the April 3, 2016 show at Cowboy Stadium, Dallas, Texas. WWE are also remaining optimistic that a deal can be done for UFC Ronda Rousey to work a pro wrestling match on the show. If that's the case, the main event could be The Rock and Ronda Rousey versus Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. However, UFC President Dana White has rubbished the idea, and it remains to be seen if he'd be willing to do business with the WWE. Obviously, White doesn't want to undermine his legitimate sports with association to choreographed fighting. JR on why Lesnar faced Kingston. WWE title holder on Raw pre-show tonight. Scott Stanford announced on Twitter that a current WWE title holder will be a special guest on tonight's Raw pre-show airing on the WWE Network. Jim Ross has updated the Q&A section of JRBarbecue.com and posted the following response when asked by a fan why Brock Lesnar faced Kofi Kingston at the Beast in the East WWE Network special. And I quote, "It makes all the sense as Lesnar will destroy 3 people instead of just 1, and will look more impressive in doing so." Upcoming WWE studio film starring Dean Ambrose, part of the 12-round franchise, movie poster and synopsis reveal. As noted, WWE star Dean Ambrose will be starring in the upcoming WWE studio produced movie Lockdown. The movie is actually part of the 12-round series and will officially be titled 12 Round 3, Lockdown. The movie will be released in select theaters and on demand on September 11th. Below is the updated film synopsis. Ambrose plays Shaw, a detective that returned to active duty after the death of his partner. When he uncovered evidence linking his fellow officer to a murder, they framed him for a homicide he didn't commit. Trapped in his own precinct, Shaw will do whatever it takes to expose the dirty cop and clear his name. With 12 rounds in the clip and 1 shot at redemption, nothing will stand in Shaw's way in this action-packed thriller. Porn website wants Dolph Ziggler for a post-WWE career. Young Buck says John Cena is one of the best of all time. Porn website browser continues to court WWE superstar Dolph Ziggler, this time joking around maybe about rumors of his upcoming contractual decision. Young Bucks on John Cena. The Young Bucks paid WWE superstar and 15-time world champion John Cena a compliment on social media this weekend. Sort of. I guess that sort of depends on how much you value the Young Bucks as performers, entertainers, and the godfather of pushing merch on the indie scene. You either love us or you absolutely hate us. And I quote, you either love us or you absolutely hate us. We the John Cena of the independent and I absolutely love it. John Cena is one of the best of all time. More details and video preview for tonight's WWE Network Dusty Rhodes tribute. WWE will be broadcasting the legendary story of Dusty Rhodes on the WWE Network tonight, immediately following Monday Night Raw. This special live tribute to the American Dream will feature stories and memories from various WWE superstars, divas, and legends. As we have noted, the company has flown in Ric Flair for the show, and there could be many other legends set to appear and share their story. Austin Aries returning to Ring of Honor. Austin Aries had decided to go back to a familiar place, Ring of Honor. After his TNA wrestling deal expired last week, he became a free agent and has announced on Monday that Aries will return to Always on July 17th in Las Vegas. According to AlwaysWrestling.com, Aries plans to address the crowd and not hold anything back. He has always been a guy that's not afraid to speak his mind or shy away from being controversial, so it will be interesting to see what he has to say to the fans in Vegas. Aries is a former two-time Always World Champion that worked for the company from 2004 to 2010. He signed with TNA in 2011 after he tried to get into WWE as part of their Tough Enough show. Aries went on to win TNA World Title as well, but was unhappy in the last few months of his deal because he was no longer a main event performer. While Aries had never worked for WWE, he did provide the voice of the main character Jacob Cass in the WWE 12 video game. There has been some speculation that WWE might have interest in him now as part of the NXT brand, but at 37 years old, he might be viewed as too old for WWE to bring in. It is not known at this time if Aries had a full-time deal with Always or if it's just a part-time deal, but that should be known when he addresses the crowd on July 17th. Scott Hall allegedly no-showed an appearance at a toy store over the weekend. WWE Hall of Famer Scott Hall was advertised to appear at the DFW Vintage Toy Store in the Dallas, Texas area this past weekend, but no show. The store owner decided to post the news on the store Facebook page, and I quote, "I regret to inform you guys that I went to the airport to pick up Scott Hall, and he never came. I haven't heard anything. I am really sorry, and I'll try to make it up to you guys. I don't know what happened, but I hope everything is okay. And though we are disappointed, we should give him the benefit of the doubt." There is always a side to a story, and I hope to update the story with Hall's side of the story as that opportunity becomes available. Steve Austin says no reason to return to the ring. WWE Hall of Famer Steve Austin was asked by the Association Press on if he would ever wrestle again. Austin responded, and I quote, "I think I left everything that I got in the ring. There's no reason to go back in the ring and prove anything. I had to ride off into the sunset a little bit earlier than I have liked. But that final match I had at WrestleMania with The Rock was my last match." The Bella twins begged Vince McMahon to bring up NXT Diva. Brie Bella mentioned to Female First that she and her sister were begging Vince McMahon to bring up new Diva to the main roster following WrestleMania. And I quote, "My sister and I were begging Vince McMahon for more Divas to come up to the main roster from NXT after WrestleMania, but they have to wrap up their stories there, which can sometimes be why it doesn't happen immediately and as fast as we like." When asked who she wants to see up on the main roster, Bella said, all of them. Definitely Charlotte, Sasha, Bayley, and Becky. MVP posted his contract status with TNA on Twitter. MVP on his TNA contract revealed his contract status with TNA on Twitter. There has been speculation of MVP departing, like other wrestlers have done recently. In the tweet, he said the contract allowed him to take independent booking and that his contract runs through February 2016. Here is the tweet MVP sent out today, and I quote, "My contract with TNA allows me to take independent booking. My contract with TNA runs through February, and I hate flash games." Speculation on Brock Lesnar destroying Jamie Noble Cadillac. Brian Alvarez predicted on today's installment of Wrestling Observer Live that because the WWE had mentioned Jamie Noble Cadillac in the preview for tonight's episode of Raw on their website, that it will continue to play a factor into tonight's show. Alvarez said that Lesnar will get his revenge for the beatdown he suffered 2 weeks ago, and then have his way with that car. And finally, WWE trying to screw over ROH Field of Honor event. WWE Hall of Famer Jim Ross has updated his Q&A section of his website and was asked if he thinks WWE is trying to counter-program ROH Field of Honor with NXT TakeOver. Ross responded, and I quote, "No, I don't. It's also the same time as my show at the Gramercy Theater. It's just business. It's just business, and NXT having a primetime show on Saturday, August 22nd was expected. We can always go earlier in the day if the promoter feels we need to do so. That will be addressed this week." Well, that's it, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys on the next one. Peace.